Hello everyone. So today we are going to make this. So at the first instance, it may look like this is just a normal recycler view containing bunch of other recycler views, but under the hood, we are using data binding and binding adapter to leverage them and make a one single binding adapter which can be used for your every recycler view needs. So everything in this episode, let's get started. Okay, so here I am at my project. You can clone this if you want to. I'll put the link in description. So first thing first, let's take a look at the design. So I will navigate to activity main. So we are using data binding actually. So if you don't know about data binding and binding adapters, I will put the link of official documentation in the description so you can check it out. Okay, so first of all, starting from the top, we have imported our Android view and then we have three variables. So these variables are key point here. So if you want to change the names of these variables, it would be a little difficult because I'm actually using this names as global names. So for our model, I'm using the name model, and for our for our normal click listener, I'm using click listener. I'm using simple click, and then for our recycler view click events, I'm using a variable named item click. Okay, so with that clear, let's move and check out the design. So I have a pretty simple design here. So I have a text view and a recycler view, and as you can see here, we are using a binding adapter to actually initialize our recycler view here, and these variables which we have defined above are passed on to our binding adapter, and then we are passing another parameter which is the layout file, and as we can see here, this is the layout file for my recycler view. So it is another fairly simple design, one linear layout, then text view, and then another recycler view. So which means that I will be having a recycler view, and then that recycler view will be containing another recycler view. Same way we are passing the data like we did before. Back to our main activity. Yeah, so I'm passing this model dot category. So before we move forward, we should first check out our model so you get everything cleared in your mind. So this is one simple model. So we have a data class named news, then articles and news category. So first, news. The news class contains a list of news category class, which will have the names of categories in string and then list of articles. So structure is one vertical recycler view, then the vertical recycler view will contain a horizontal recycler view like that. So a news category, and then articles is a simple class which contains title, URL to the image, then a description, and one boolean flag is checked. So we'll look at that later. So now as our model is cleared out, so first of all we should check our binding adapter, right? So if I control click here, it will move me to the recycler view adapter. Yeah, so this is my binding adapter, and here is another binding adapter which is not important right now. Okay, so in my case I am taking three parameters. First is layout, as we saw before, then is the list, which means that the list you want to initialize in your recycler view, then the click, which will be our click listener, which I have made. It is an interface. We will look at that shortly. So now in this recycler view, I am just putting one if condition. So just to make sure that when the list is empty and anything, so my binding adapter doesn't get initialized. So to prevent that, I have put one if condition here, and then I am actually creating instance of global adapter. So let's first talk about the parameters. So first parameter is obviously the layout, which will be the layout file, and then a list, which will be the mutable list, and then br.model. So as we have talked before about the names of the variables, so I am defining those names pre-forward, and then carrying them forward to our next files. As we can see here, this row file also contains same names. So this is the key here, because we are setting up and passing forward the variables with the help of our br file. If you don't know about the br file, the br files are the global file which is single in the project, and it contains different variables which you can define. Okay, so with that clear, and now let's switch back to our adapter. Right. So third parameter is our model, and then fourth parameter uh, is our click listener, so which I'm passing here, and then it contains another parameter which is a map, and map is of type integer and any. So if we want to initialize more than one variable in our from our binding file, we have to pass a map like this, and then after initializing my global adapter to this variable adapter, I am simply assigning that adapter to our actual recycler view. So this is how my binding adapter works. So now let's move to the good part, which is the global adapter. Okay, so we have already discussed about the parameters here, and I am using, as I have told before, I am using data binding here. Yep. So for data binding, on create view holder, I am initializing my data binding with the data binding util and passing the layout ID, and we don't want to attach it to the parent. And then I'm just returning my view holder, and view holder is my inner class here, and it accepts my view data binding as a parameter, and then I'm simply returning binding.root view, and this is how the onCreate method is working. And now let's move to our bind view holder. So in bind view holder, I am simply just setting up and passing along my variables which I have passed. So first thing first, this is the holder, then from holder we are getting the reference of binding, then with the help of binding I am setting up my variable, so which is of br, and we all know that the br is of br, we are passing the model in br for this parameter, second parameter. So binding dot set variable br, and then I'm actually passing the item from my list, so which is mutable list, and holder dot adapter position, which will give me the exact position, and from that position I will be setting up the variable like this. And for our map, I am just simply using for each loop, and then binding dot set variable, then it dot key and it dot value, which will set up my every value from my map. Currently we have only one, but for the safety I'm using the for loop here. And now this is the code for our click listener. So holder dot binding dot set variable, then br dot click, as we have talked before. I am carrying forward the reference to our click listener. So this is the click listener we have defined here. So br dot click, same way. So br dot click, and then view dot on click listener, because this is simple on click listener of the view. Right. So to initialize our function, which is from our rv click listener interface. Yes, we'll talk about that shortly. Okay, so click listener dot click, this is how we invoke our click, like that. So this is the click listener which we have passed. So click listener dot click, and we are invoking our interface with the help of this. So click listener dot click, and then we can access this v. V refers to the view, which means the current view which is been clicked, and then mutable list of holder dot adapter position, which will give us the item from the list which will be at the current position, and then we are passing holder dot adapter position, which will be current position of our adapter. And then just in case if someone needs to change anything or needs some access or update some data, so I'm passing my global adapter with the type of any, and then holder dot execute pending bindings, which will execute every binding and which will quickly set up our every variable in our file. So this is how my adapter works, and it is of generic type. Okay, so now let's understand why we need this interface for. So to get the clicks and to get every parameter, so from our recycler, so I had to make my own click listener for this. So it accepts 4 parameters. First is the view, which view has been clicked, and then item, which means the item from list, and then position, so we can know which position adapter is currently at, and then I'm simply returning whole adapter because it might need somewhere for updating the data or deleting the data or something like that. So for that case I'm passing the adapter here. Now you will be thinking how everything is initialized from the activity or a fragment. And the good part about this is that you can get click events and callbacks of each recycler view in your single activity, or if you are using fragment, then in your fragment. So let's take a look at our main activity. Okay, right. So I'm using two latent variables. First is my binding, and then the second is my click listener, which we already saw that rv click listener right from here. And then I am first initializing my binding, then setting the content view, then I am setting up the listener. So if we go back, if we go to this method, right, so I'm implementing the interface with the help of object keyword, and then I'm overriding this click method, which we have invoked from our own bind view holder right here. Yes, and to know which file actually got the click and from which file the click event was triggered, I'm using a bunch of when statements. And so how this thing works, so when I will in this when condition, I will first check which model is this, which model has been called, so is articles. So if it is the articles, then I will know that the click is from this file, so which will be our nested file like this. Otherwise I'll just put another if condition for news category. So currently I only have two models, two different classes, so which contains the recycler view, but it can be more, it can be less, so depends upon your requirement. And then I am checking for views, so there is another when condition for that. So I want to know which view particularly got the click and which particular view triggered the click event. So based on that, if I want to do some operations or do some modifications, I can get the control here. So I will just check for different views. So currently I am setting up click listener on only this view, which is my card view, and I am just simply setting up the background like this. So this doesn't matter right now. Okay, so view as material card view, so I can know that this is the card view itself, so I can safely cast it like this. And then adapters as articles, because I know that this is the actual class which triggered from where the click event was triggered. So I can safely do this, and then I can do whatever operation I want. So I'm just simply doing this doing this modification to keep one item checked and others to false, something like that. And I can use this adapter right here to notify it that the item has changed. So adapter to notify item range change. I will also suggest to use this adapter to notify item range change or item removed, or methods like that. I will strongly suggest you to not to use notify dataset change, because it can cause flickering issues or blinking issues or something like that. So it can be bad user experience, and it will result bad. So using these methods will surely benefit you. So with this clear, we can put furthermore if condition furthermore when conditions, and furthermore when conditions for our views, if you have any views to handle or not. And then I'm simply overriding this on click method. So to showcase this, let me move to a main activity. Yes. So for the text view, as you have noticed in the video at the start, I am when I click on this text view, one toast message is displayed. So I am simply invoking on click from our with the help of our binding. So on click, click at the on click, click scope function on click, and then I'll get the callbacks here. So just to showcase how this thing works, I have put this toast here. And this method, yeah. So what we are doing here, so let's move on to our variables. So yeah, first binding dot item click, which is my main click listener, which I have initialized in this method. After that, we have our binding dot click, which is the click listener which I have implemented right there, and we just saw the overridden method. So I can pass this reference like this. So this at the main activity, and this binding dot model. So I have made a method for this, so which will return me in the model. So this is like some data set, or you can say something like that, because I'm not currently making any API call, or I wanted to make this keep this demo short. So I simply initialize everything like this, and this function returns me the model, and this model is initialized. So if we look at the big picture, so what actually happens here is that when we are initializing everything which we might need in our for our recycler view needs, so we are initializing everything. So you get your model here, you get your click listener here, you get your custom click listener here. So everything is initialized here, and then we are just simply passing along the reference to this same variables which we have defined in this model, with the help of a BR, which is the global file which contains all your variables which you use in your design file. So it is part of a data binding. So we are simply passing along the reference, and what I have done here is that converted this whole process of initializing recycler view again and again, and making this adapter for every recycler view into a shorter process with the help of this binding adapter, and this with leveraging the global adapter, with the with leveraging the binding adapter and data binding, we can simply do it like this. So this was my experiment, and it is working fine for me. So surely it has some limitations, like if we want to modify the data, you should first modify your model. So if you want to delete something or update something, you should also update on your model side. So if I want to delete something right here, i have to I have to either make some API call, or if you are using some database, so you should call your database again, and get the data again after deletion or updation, or you can manually remove it from model like that. So this thing has this limitation, but it is surely not everything is and surely everything is not perfect because we don't live in the perfect world. So this thing also has this limitation, so it was my obligation to tell you. And you can experiment with this, and you can share your thoughts in the comment section. And also do check out my blog which I have written, and you will get all the details about the code. And if you want to interact and if you have any questions, you can comment on the blog. So yeah, so this was it from my side. I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.